Hello, my cinematics. It has been a long time, and we have a lot to talk about and catch up on, as well as to celebrate. So let's get started. Today's members meeting. We did it, y'all. We did it. We did it. We hit 700 subscribers. Great milestone to be at. Only 300 left to go to get to 1K. But right now, let's give a round of applause, a pat on the back for getting to the milestone. 700 subscribers. Reaction is coming very, very soon. All right, within the next few days. So stay tuned for that to see what it is. Also, your name should be flashing across the screen. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. And if you have not already and you're watching this members only meeting, hit that subscribe button. Become a cinematic. We don't charge for anything over here. This is a free channel. No Patreon, no other websites to go to. Everything comes right here on the YT platform. Since we have grown with our members over here on the channel, let's talk about how we're doing. Right now, we're doing great. We're keeping up the thumbs up. The subscriber count is growing, but life is still lifing. Time has been a battle for me on the channel. Dedicating time to go live this year has been a struggle. We were gonna change the channel format and be like, oh, we're just gonna go live twice a month, but you know what, we decided let's not do that. Let's try to really just maintain and dedicate ourselves to what we started out doing, which is coming on twice a week, one video and one live. And if we can't, hey, we could choose an opportunity to catch up, and that's what we've been doing. We've been trying to catch up with a lot of reactions that we had scheduled and we could not get to during its scheduled month. So I know today we're doing a members meeting, and this members meeting is actually to catch up on all the past months that we did not do one, which I think it's been 3 months now. So with that being said, I would like to announce that the official members meeting Christmas edition is still scheduled for this month. Stay tuned for that. That will be coming out in a few weeks here. That includes a dinner, a chat with the cinematics, and a live reaction. All right, so stay tuned for that. Also, something that we decided to continue is the Reaction Awards. The 4th annual Reaction Awards will continue, so stay tuned for details of when that will premiere and who the nominees will be this year. So believe it or not, I am shocked at how fast this year has passed. I cannot believe in 3 weeks it's going to be over and we'll be in 2026. But I'm excited for next year. We're taking a break from horror, and next year's theme for the channel is Director's Cut. And what does that mean? We will be dedicating each month to a group of directors or a certain director's work in film. Now we're going to be starting the year off with January with Robert Verhoeven. I think that's how you say his name, Robert Verhoeven. He did Total Recall, Starship Troopers, and that's what we're going to be checking out. Also, like in February, we're going to be doing John Hughes. March is David Cronenberg. And April is dedicated to a group of female directors, such as the director of Jumpin' Jack Flash and American Psycho. So it's just things like that that we're going to be checking out. Some of these movies are going to be first time watch for me, believe it or not. So stay tuned for that throughout the year. If you have any directors' work that you think I should check out that stands out to you and you love watching their movies, please always recommend them in the comment section or on the community wall. Okay, so I have a little something new added to Real Rewind this time because I watched a few movies off camera on my own personal time that actually just came out. and one of them was The Running Man. Now, I was curious about this movie because I love the first Running Man with Arnold
In the year
Schwarzenegger.
2017, an innocent man accused of a crime has a choice. Hard time or prime time.
Sensational. Perfect contestant. I want him.
He must pay or play the running man.
On your mark.
I'll be back.
Go!
The highest rated TV show in history.
Guess they want us to stay.
It's a game between life and death. Give you a lift? Arnold Schwarzenegger is the running man. He's playing for a prize. The prize is his life.
How with a life?
You know, it's just something in its goofy little way that the 80s version, I just liked it. It was exciting. It was funny because it had a lot of one-liners that were cheesy, but they were humor, you know? This Running Man, not so much, okay? Now, I know it has been explained that this is supposed to be closest to the book adaptation written by Stephen King under his alias name. I'm not familiar with the book, did not read it. If you do know the difference or can tell the comparison of the book to this version of The Running Man, let me know. Let's talk about it in the comments. But in my opinion, that movie was mid. Okay? I prefer the 80s version. It was just more macho, more action, and more familiar faces in the right roles. This one, they introduced new faces. Great. And they did have, of course, familiar faces. The only one that I really recognized was the guy from Weapons. What is his name? Matt Brolin. Thanos. I recognized
Ben
him.
Richards, 35, married, one child, in medical crisis.
We need money for a doctor now.
Ben, watch yourself.
Employment status, blacklisted. But there's still a way out for you. It's the biggest show in the country.
Bloodlust is our birthright. Set it free. Welcome to the running man.
I'm not trying to get myself killed, so kiss my ass twice.
Right there is why you can win this game. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. The entire nation hunting you down. We'll get your family out of Sloanside for good.
I'm gonna come back here and burn this building down. I promise. That's the spirit.
This is America, goddammit! And we don't put up with no bullshit! Him down! Stop filming me!
Have you ever wondered if this game is rigged?
Guess we'll find out.
You might be moving up too fast.
Hey, buddy. You're on freebie.
You better run! I got a grenade!
Back at you.
I'm still here, you shit eaters. Hey, big boys!
Oh, I take that back. I did recognize the girl. I think her character name is Jeannie. I recognized her. Okay. But yeah, this movie was mid. I'm gonna spoil it right now. Sorry. It is about Ben Richards. That part stayed the same from the original. He enters the game voluntarily. Okay. Because he needs money to help with his daughter. His daughter is sick with a fever. They don't have they don't have enough money to get the right medication that will make her better. And she's like 2 years old, adorable little baby. Okay, so he enters the game for that reason. You know what I kept thinking about when I watched this movie is they messed up by lessening the pizzazz of the hunters, because in the original one the stalkers were flashy. You know, you had the bright light man, you had the pyromaniac man played by Jim Brown with the white streaks in his hair. Then you had the commentator played by the ex-governor of Michigan, Jesse Ventura. I mean, it was so much like just about that movie. And also, you know, yes, like I said, it was goofy, but that's what made you like it. You know, the stalkers, they were called the stalkers in the first one. The stalkers were entertaining. They're not entertaining in this one. They're bleak. They're blah. What did I like about this movie? The ending. Okay? It wasn't climactic, and it did not really, to me, it didn't satisfy the action that we saw in the movie at the end. You know, the way Killian got killed in this one. But I did like it, okay, because it was familiar territory. Let's talk about it. The ending with Amelia and Ben working together to take down the station and also go and kill Killian, that was a lot familiar from the first one. So I can see now that they, I guess, pretty much took the ending and stretched it out in the 80s, but I liked it. What we saw in the bulk of the film in the 80s version is the ending in this version, but Killian's death it don't hit the same as the first one, because in the first one he got thrown into the little contraption and then he sped off and got blew up, but in this one he just get burned. That's all. He got set on fire. That's all. If I had to rate it, again, a mid-action movie, I'll give it a solid 7. You know, the action scenes were pretty good and pretty decent, and the acting itself from the characters were not bad at all. They did a good job, so 7 out of 10 for The Running Man. Go check that out when you can. Another film that I saw that I still think I'm going to react to anyway with you guys because it was that great to me was a movie that I was supposed to do for Veterans Day reaction, but I didn't get able to, and I didn't also have access because it's not out to everybody on streaming. Recently came out this year, I believe back in fall, like in September, and it is called Beast of War. I would say, if I had to describe it, it is a military meets shark movie. And I know that doesn't sound exciting, but it was, okay? Let's talk about this movie really quick. First off, it is based out of Australia. You have a group of soldiers, their ship, Navy soldiers, their ship got blew up. This is during World War II and at the beginning of World War II. And so they are stranded in the water, waiting for rescue, and a great white decides to make a buffet out of it.
Pretty soon, you boys will be sailing into war. And in that place, there's only you and your mates.
We can't be the only ones left. Nearly 200 men gone on that bloody ship.
Every hour we drift further away from where they'll be looking.
What the hell was that? Never seen a shark like that before.
There's thousands of dead bodies out there for it to munch on.
Who's gonna die?
Shut up, this.
On the battlefield, there's only you and your mates. All you've got are your mates.
Shoot me back.
You know what I liked about this movie? And the reason why I say it's an excellent shark movie is because compared to movies like The Meg that have recently came out, hell, even Dangerous Animals, this movie did not overdo it. And it had a great balance of actors and shark action, and it didn't even have to show you the shark. Very little shown about the shark in the water. I liked it. I liked that about this movie. I like that it kept it simple, and it wasn't, again, over the top theatrics of somebody trying to kill this shark. And it wasn't far-fetched either. Another thing about this movie is it does draw out your emotion, because this movie will make you pick a side when it comes to these group of men in their survival mode. A great movie. In my opinion, this movie should be ranked higher than Deep Blue Sea. If I had to rank it, I would give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. Please, if you ever get access to Beast of War, go check that movie out. So, here we are to talk in depth about a movie that I watched. And I've watched this movie a couple of times. And it scares me, okay? This movie is cringy, it creeps me out, and it's not even a horror movie. Listen, really quickly, I just wanted to add this in. This is an afterthought while editing. I wanted to express that I didn't want anyone to be left with the impression that I'm just some heartless asshole because of how I was affected after watching Deep Impact, even as an adult. Because let's keep in mind, I was a teenager in 1998 when I first saw this movie. And I do acknowledge that there are people who watched this movie and was emotionally moved by this movie, and it is a tearjerker to some. For me, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I'm moved to tears. Does it pull on my heartstrings for certain characters? Yes, like the parents of Sarah, Tia Leone's character, Jenny, her mom. You know, I did sympathize with those characters. But I do want to acknowledge that I understand this movie is a tearjerker for some. It just wasn't for me. So my main thing with this is I just wanted to respect the feelings of anyone who views this video and views my review. Thank you so much for that. I just really kindly ask that you respect my feelings and how I was after watching this movie. Thank you. Back to my review. So imagine watching a film where a high school teenager that looks to be about freshman age discovers a comet headed towards Earth, and it ain't Halley. It's a doomsday comet that would cause human extinction. And based on this, the teens get married, save the little brother from the in-laws, all in belief to get into a government underground bunker, only for most of civilization to survive. And now he's stuck in an underage marriage with a kid that ain't his. Yeah, let's talk about Deep Impact. Okay, so let me tell you the deets on this movie. Deep Impact came out in 1998, starring Robert Duvall, Morgan Freeman, Elijah Wood, and Tia Leone from Bad Boys. This is set in Virginia. It's May in 1998, and Leo sees a comet at a stargaze party. He sends this discovery to a local astronomer who panics and rushes out in the middle of the night to his death. So he by introduced to journalist and asshole Jenny Lerner. She believes she is onto some hot tea about the United States Treasurer and someone named Ellie. The trail is false. She gets roped up by the feds, who confidentially tells her that Ellie is a project about the comet that was discovered. According to the officials, it's supposed to impact the Earth in less than a year. Now, I believe that's a continuity error. I think what it is the year that has went by is about the time that comet is headed to Earth. So it's probably only a few months that they have to prepare for impact. Okay, so fast forward, NASA launches 5 astronauts to space in effort to blast the comet into pieces, minimizes the impact to Earth. And I also forgot to mention, please forgive me, the lovely, the talented, from Longlegs himself, Blair Underwood is in this movie, and he plays one of the astronauts. Okay, let's continue. That plane goes up a creek without a paddle. One of the astronauts is lost in space to never return. Another one is blinded by the sun, and they unsuccessfully blast the comet, breaking it into 2 large pieces. Plan B. The president declares martial law and opens a lottery to select only 800,000 Americans to live in the underground bunker. Of course, Leo and his family is chosen because, they discovered the comet. Lerner is also chosen, but her mom is not because, I believe this was a cruel rule, senior citizens are automatically ineligible for the lottery. That's cruel. Based on that, her mom offs herself. Anyway, now here is a part of the movie we did not need. Jenny ain't feeling her daddy because he divorced her mom and married a younger woman, who that younger woman leaves him after the mama offs herself. Go figure. And, not for nothing, but, the family drama here in this movie is the last thing that I think this lady should be emotional about. I mean, the planet is actively being stalked by a killer comet. I think she should focus. Come on, Jenny. Your daddy and all that should be the last worries of your mind and your life. You know what I mean? But speaking of a comet, so after Jenny learns that, her dad is back single and all that blah, 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 they reconcile by dying together at the family beach house with a huge tsunami wave swallowing them. And that scene was pretty scary. The non-lethal comet hits the Earth. Leo jumps on a scooter to go find Sarah, his wife, who, by the way, he married her thinking it was going to save her and her family, and it did not. The government said, okay, your wife can come, but her mama and daddy, Let me tell you, rightfully so, if looks could kill, Leo would have died on the spot. Because the way the daddy looked at him when he was like, I put y'all on the list. Y'all were on the list. It was confirmed. And he was like, you put us on the list.
Sorry, sir. Neil, give me a bag. They must be there. Ellen, give me a bag, please.
No, they're not on the list. I'm sorry.
Let's go. We have to go.
Sir, Leo, can you check it one more time?
On the list. They said your names are on the list. Sarah, I put them on the list.
They're not on the list.
No, but
I need the Petermans on the bus now.
I want to stay with you.
What?
No. Get her on the bus.
No. I need to stay with you.
Sarah. Sarah, you need to go.
No, what?
Had
Stay with you.
to sit and witness the most awkward wedding in cinema history between these two teenagers. And then when he meets up with Sarah after going to look for her and finds her in that awkward ass kiss that they made, honey, I know this marriage is going to be annulled in no time. Speaking of those two, what are they up to in the movie? Well, the mom and dad of Sarah unfortunately dies, and they ask Sarah to take the baby and, you know, try to survive. So they run up a mountain on a scooter. Meanwhile, in space, the astronauts decide to sacrifice themselves to save humanity. So they say their final goodbyes to their families, and they crash the shuttle into the killer comet, blasting it into smaller pieces, and only a few 100,000 die in America. Although the country is demolished, somehow they find a stage and build it with a microphone for the president to be able to make a speech in front of the East Coast. End of the movie. Because we don't know what the hell happened on the West or the Midwest or the South. They only show what happened in Virginia. The end. After watching this movie again, it still makes my anxiety go up a little bit, because the idea of not having anywhere to run to for safety, you know, you just have to accept your fate, you know, is terrifying. And the fact that, you know what was very realistic about this movie? The government. The fact that they decided to do a lottery and only saved 800,000 Americans out of multiple millions is diabolical. The true villain in this movie was two things: the comet and the government. Well, listen, if you would like to watch this movie on your own time, I am going to be dropping the link in the description box, because this movie is free. So yeah, go check out Deep Impact and come back and talk to me in the comments about it, about how you like it. I'm pretty sure you won't be scared like I was, but I would like to hear your thoughts. Now, there is another movie that I watched that I would like to talk about, which is called The Vanishing, and we're going to come back and do another real rewind here coming up very soon, so check your bells, okay? I don't want to hold up the cinematics. I know y'all got stuff to do. I'll wrap up this meeting here. Thank you everyone who clicked on it, and as usual, you know, I thank you for spending your time with me. Listen, if you have not, by chance, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and join, become a cinematic. We would love for you to come aboard. I just would like to point out, no shade, that the average reactor on YouTube charges for their members' meetings and their members' reactions, and over here they're free. So just keep in mind that, you know, we're open over here. It sets us apart for good reasons, and that's not to, again, shade anybody in particular or anybody in what they do on their channel. I'm just saying, just pointing out some things here, okay? Listen, also, thumbs up this video. The goal for each video is 10 per video, so if we could get as close to that, that would be great. Stay tuned for all the content coming up, and I'm not gonna hold y'all up no more. Thanks again. It was fun catching up with you guys, and if there's anything that you want to suggest to me to react to, please leave it on my community wall or in the comment section. I'm off of here. This meeting is adjourned.